In a repeat of last year's final, St Michael's fell behind early in the game but battled back well to defeat Clongowes for the second time in 2 years. Newbridge also came from behind to defeat CBC Monkstown, but 2 tries from Joe Darcy saw the Kildare side scrape home. Hello and welcome to this, the second semi-final in the Leinster School Senior Cup, brought to you in association with Hunky Dory's. We're in Donnybrook today for the meeting of St Michael's College and Newbridge College. Kick-off is in a few minutes. St Michael's are the holders and have made it this far with a workmanlike performance in beating Castleknock in round 1. They then stepped it up a gear against Clongowes Wood, coming from 7 points down to win a thrilling match here at Donnybrook. Newbridge have battled hard to reach the semi-finals too, beating King's Hospital in the first round and then CBC Monkstown in the quarter-final with a late try when the game seemed to be heading for a replay. I'm John Forrest. With me in the comedy box is former Leinster and Toulouse back row Aidan McCullen. Aidan, second semi-final. Hope for as good as yesterday?
Sure will, and it's been a fabulous competition to date, and these two teams will not disappoint either. They've been through tough tasks in the last round and they'll bring that through to this one. Newbridge will hope that the underdogs tag will work well with them today, going against the cup holders, St Michael's, and we're in for another huge game, a huge semi-final.
Well, the boarding school did really well yesterday, pushed Blackrock all the way. Maybe the game was snatched from them at the end. I keep saying yesterday, that was on Sunday, 2 days ago, of course. Newbridge today is, well, a lot of guys, it's I think boarding and day, but there are a lot of guys down in Newbridge are together all the time. It'll help them.
That's a huge benefit for guys. They're always throwing a ball around, getting used to each other and talking about moves, what they're going to do, and rehearsing games through their mind together.
Let's take a look at today's team. St Michael's College first. They feel an unchanged 15 as they seek out back-to-back wins in the Senior Cup. The pack set up the win against Clongowes with props Harry Redmond and Dennis Coulson getting the tries. Ross Maloney captains the side from the second row. Just watch out for this pack's handling and how they all link up with the back line. That back line is marshalled by half-backs Nick McCarthy and Ross Byrne. Byrne, Adam Levy and full-back Cian Kelleher were all involved in last year's Cup final win. Newbridge make just a single change to the side that started in the quarter-final. Jake Howlett was a second-half replacement but starts at outside centre today. Fullback Chris Healy has taken the kicks in the earlier rounds and has landed some beauties. Joe Darcy has amassed 4 tries already in this campaign. He's one that St Michael's will have to watch. Newbridge are also captain from the centre of the scrum, where Brian Hayden leads from the front. He pairs up with Cormac Nugent. Jonathan Phelan, Conor Doyle and Hugh O'Donnell are in the front row battle, with Matthew O'Connor, Oisin McKnight and Tom Brady in the loose. On the bench it is as before for St Michael's. All 8 were also replacements last time out. Newbridge welcome back Tom Tracy to the bench. He played in round 1 but missed the quarter-final. Newbridge side are out onto the field. Captain in the centre of the huddle, exhorting something. We're still waiting for the St Michael's side to appear. They'll just might like to keep them waiting.
That's it, and it's pretty cold down here in Donnybrook as well, and there's a little bit of gamesmanship in this, bit of experience perhaps from the Michaels guys. Here they come now, but they're leaving those players there. They're after being revved up in the dressing room, come out on the pitch and have a little bit of weight, and it just breaks your concentration a little bit.
Well, big cheer as the St Michael's players run out in front of their supporters. Kick-off is next.
What do you want from a multivitamin? She'd like help with energy release. So would he. He'd like immunity support. So would she. But while he needs more B vitamins, she needs more iron and folic acid. New Centrum Men and Women, with adjusted levels of vitamins and minerals, offering tailored benefits like supporting heart health for him and bone strength for her. Try new Centrum Men and Women. Personalised science for you.
Welcome back, the Newbridge subs just heading to the bench. Both sides ready to go. Today's match referee is Nigel Correll of the Leinster Referees Union. Newbridge will kick off, playing towards the Bective Rangers end.
Monty.
And from right to left on your screens.
You guys ready? Okay.
Chris Healy, the fullback, gets it underway. Nicely judged kick. And St Michael's early nerves, maybe. Mikey O'Hare misjudged the flight of the ball off his fingertips.
And that's a tough one. Even looking at it from up here, it actually looked like it was going to go straight out, and that couldn't have been a better start from Newbridge, touching off a hand as well and into this immediate attacking position.
Now can Newbridge capitalise on this field position? Line out, 8 metres out from the St. Michael's try line. Doyle with the throw, the ball tapped back to the hooker. Dips his shoulder, driving towards the line. St. Michael's hold that surge. Ball moves Sutton. They try to mismove in midfield. Jake Howlett just ran into a lot of traffic. Newbridge have a little look down on the blind side. St. Michael's holding that attack as well. Good defence so far, but here come Newbridge once again. Matthew O'Connor caught in possession and driven backwards a couple of metres. Pass to Sutton just went forward out of the hands. And led over St. Michael's, but solid defence from them.
Serious defence as well, and really impressed in the last round with Michael's defensive line, and they're just coming off the line. Here we see it again, and the reason he's knocking on there is not bad handling skills. He's got one eye up on the opposition. Offensive defence at its very best.
Get this right.
First scrum of the game. Nigel Correll just having a quick word with the two front rows. Nightmare time for the referees, I think. Front rows crash together. The ball is rolled in by McCarthy.
Now reset. It's gone 45. Reset.
Scrum turned just too far before it came out. St. Michael's will get the put in again.
It's always a messy time for referees because they want the game to flow, and they actually just want the scrum to function correctly. But you always have this kind of locking of horns, two Capricorns coming together, two front rows, locking it out and psyching each other out in the early stages.
Ball back on the St. Michael's side. Tight to that touchline. And that's a good clearance. Takes play well outside the 22.
That's a good kick from Ross Byrne on that tight angle. He did very, very well with it.
Set in, please.
5 in the line this time for Newbridge. Cormac Nugent comes to the front. He's one of the lifters. Ball tapped down nicely. Coughlin Murray gets it away to Sutton. Long pass infield. Oh, just panicking with the handling a little bit. Almost intercepted.
Say.
Newbridge moving the ball but not gaining any territory. That's a flatter pass. Good effort. Hugh O'Donnell with the beard driving towards the 10-metre line. Coughlin Murray gets the ball out. Sutton tries to chip into space. Gets a hard bounce forward. Keane Kelleher will shepherd that one across the dead ball line, and back they'll go.
And you just saw from that initial line out how far behind their own gain line they got caught, Newbridge. And if you're going to do that, you have to put some type of switch to get through this Michael's defence. It's very, very hard up, with the poor handling skills on this occasion letting down Newbridge.
Oh, Aaron Dundon in the centre. Newbridge head coach.
Crouch. Turn. Set. Up. Hold on. Can you just come slightly closer? Yeah. Just come slightly closer. Yeah. Okay, get the touch on my timing.
Really competitive in those early scrums, isn't it?
Okay, ready?
It's just an opportunity to get it in early and exert some dominance over your opposition.
Say. Behind mine. Say in.
St. Michael's come away with possession. Good mismove with Byrne. Little bit of space here. Kelleher almost lost the ball forward in the tackle. Gets back to his feet, but he was held in the tackle.
Tackle's complete. Got to release the ball before you go again. Yeah, tackle's complete.
Good strength by Kelleher there, and you can see, even though he was held on this occasion, the willingness to get back to his feet, and you don't see that often from a lot of players. And his opposition number here, you see the wrap here. Look at this. Bit of a clash of heads there. Jake Howlett taking a bit of a knock. Hopefully he's okay. But you just see Kelleher's willingness to get back to his feet, and that is a key skill for most schoolboy players to take with them. And it's actually a mentality more than actually a skill, but you can practice it, and you need to actually start pumping your legs. All the balance work, the SAQ, speed, agility, quickness work you do, that's for those type of things, to get back to your feet as quick as you can, start pumping your legs, and that's the way you break tackles.
Okay. There you are.
Jake Howlett is okay to go on. Penalty Newbridge, 5 metres in from the touchline on the halfway. Mark Sutton punts it down the line. He's found a good touch on the 22.
Outside, yeah. Line is yours. Just give me a step back. You're half, yeah. Thanks.
St Michael's get up and compete for the ball, bobbles around.
Knock on off Black.
Knock on by Newbridge, though, was the first one. Scrum for St Michael's.
And they've certainly done their homework there, St Michael's. You even saw in an earlier line-out, a short line-out by Newbridge, that they did put a lot of movement in, and they won on that occasion. But Michael's were very, very quick, getting a man in the air opposite the opposition pod. And they've obviously done their homework, a lot of video work, but also their agility on the ground is very good.
Nick McCarthy puts the ball in control of the base of the scrum by Josh Murphy. Mikey O'Hare coming in from the right wing. Good work. Byrne gets the ball moving once again. Gilson kicks through. Well read by Healy, the fullback. His kick, though, half blocked down.
Off you. Donny's your own player in front of him.
On first view, that looked like it came off a boot.
No decision, accidental offside. I think this was touched by a St Michael's player. That's why I thought he let it go on. Watch, this is a kick through from Gilson. Healy dealt with it quite well. I don't see there. Was the kick half blocked down?
Yeah, that was blocked and it came off him then. I don't know. Perhaps the referee saw something different.
Back with live action. Byrne moves the ball on Gilson, and once again Kelleher up from fullback. Great strength. Kelleher driving onwards, eventually taken to the ground by Jack O'Neill. Ball is there for St Michael's. First time really attacking into the Newbridge half. Oh, nice little taken step from the hooker. Richie Allen releases the ball. Chance here into the hands of Coulson. Moves it out. And Mikey O'Hare gets in for the try. Well, he was right at the start of the previous move that set up the field position. And St Michael's have the first score of the game. Just under 8 minutes gone.
Fantastic score, and that interplay you talked about before the game, to look out for Michael's coming into action here. Great offload from Coulson in particular. He had a fantastic season last year again. We'll see it here again. Carried by Maloney. Comes out. Allen, he was a live wire in the quarter final. And look at Coulson here. Look at this. Out the back door. Try time.
Prop forward passing like that, that'll get coached out of him before long.
The good thing about what Dennis Coulson did on this occasion was he actually, and you know, a lot of macho-ness goes around having weights, doing a lot of weights work and that type of stuff. And this is why you do those things, to be able to get the handoff away, to buy yourself enough time to get a pass away like that. And those type of things are essential.
Conversion attempt from Ross Byrne. 4.5 metres in from the sideline. He's cut it nicely. He has the direction. Has he got the distance? He has indeed. What about that from Ross Byrne?
Fantastic kick to go with a fantastic try. Really great work. And as you said, the interplay there, 2 to 7 to 3, out the back door to the winger. Great work.
Mikey O'Hare's try converted by Ross Byrne gives St Michael's a 7-0 lead. Well, after Newbridge had the lion's share of territory, they didn't come up with a score. St Michael's go downfield and get one straight away. That ball sliced away all the way straight to touch. And that'll be a little bit of loss of ground.
It looked good initially and then it just kept coming. And this is now the third occasion in a pretty similar position. Newbridge have had a line out. They need to secure this one, get it some type of carry, whether it's a maul, which they look a slightly mismatch in size against this Michael's pack, but send somebody up the centre and then keep tacking the same way until some space appears.
Good drive from the Newbridge men. On they go. St Michael's have to break away on Newbridge. Go driving towards that line. They've made 20 metres. Now they move the ball infield. Jonathan Phelan has a go. Tackled by 2 and driven backwards. Josh Murphy has to get out of the way. The St. Michael's number 8 referee roaring at Newbridge to use the ball. Again, that St. Michael's defence looks very, very strong indeed. Ball just popped up to Oisin McKnight. And no advantage accruing to Newbridge. They come back for the penalty. Newbridge supporters will be hearts will be sinking further and further with each back pace there that the referee takes closer to the touchline.
And it was a great maul to start with to get it right under their support. And yeah, this is a good decision. Go for it again. You've made great ground. Your confidence is high. You know exactly how to maul, and you've seen how much ground they make there, 15-20 metres. And now they have only got the last 5 to go. It's always the hardest though.
Conor Doyle finds his man the ball. It wasn't taken cleanly. The ball is there now, 4 metres out. Drive for the line. St. Michael's make the desperate tackle to stop just a metre short. Here come Newbridge once again. Stopped short of the line. Back to Sutton. He's a little bit isolated here, the outside half. Good strength to get over the ball. But there's just too many defenders there. Newbridge bundled into touch. Just ran out of ideas, I think.
That was it, and you need to be ultra clear with your pack to where you're going to run to make it easy for your 9 in those situations. Give them options, and standing right behind the ruck is not the option you want, because straight away you're 5 metres behind your gain line, and you just needed the players to keep coming the same way. They were kind of going left, right, left, right. That's very, very easy to defend again, and Michaels will get a chance to clear their lines.
Newbridge get up and steal possession in the line out.
Take a step.
There's the ball. Coughlin Murray pops the pass, drive through. Oh, there could be, there's a penalty coming, if not something more here. Scrum half was taken out, slowed everything down. Here's Sutton, throws the ball wide. The defence has got across really well for St. Michael's here.
Still advantage back.
The referee saying we're still a Newbridge advantage. McKnight forced to run sideways rather than straight. Now can Newbridge move the ball the other direction? They've created a bit of space here. Sutton, flat pass. Well read by the St. Michael's defence again. Good counter rucking.
No advantage.
Ball not coming out. We go back for the penalty.
It's a pretty nice advantage as well. And they got an opportunity. He's right though, and you said it there, Johnny. They're lucky there's not more, and he's just going to have a little word to Maloney on this occasion as the captain.
That's 2 down in dangerous territory. Have a word with your team. That needs to improve. Okay. Marks this over here. Shot 15. Yeah. Shot.
Good option here as well. Go for the points. You've had a try with them all, didn't get it. Now it's time, and this is as much a mental victory as anything else. You've got to come away with points after all that territory.
6, 8. Yeah, I got the back.
Chris Healy. I was watching him warm up before the game. He can kick it a long way. He was taking them from the 10-metre line and putting them into the crowd behind the goal. This will be well within his range. It's all about the accuracy.
On the line. On the line.
The referee just sending St. Michael's players back onto the try line. The penalty was within 10 metres of the line. Healy's caught that nicely. Strange sort of kicking style. Uses the instep more than kicking through it, but it's very, very effective.
And a well-worked try as well, well-deserved. They needed something to come away with something after all that hard work. They had to work a lot harder than St. Michael's for their score. That's the only thing I'll say, because that Michael's defence is very aggressive, very much up in their face. But if he's knocking over penalties like that, work the penalties.
St. Michael's 7, Newbridge 3, following Chris Healy's penalty. Ross Byrne hangs that up nicely. St. Michael's catch unchallenged. James Ryan, good chase by the second row. Byrne to Gilsonen. Gilsonen tries a little kick through. Healy could be under pressure here. The ball wins the race. And St. Newbridge are happy that one made the touchline.
I tell you what, 3 Michael's players coming down. And that was a good kick by Gilsonen. Initially I thought it was the wrong option. It looked like there was an overlap, but here's the pass. Little grubber kick in. And it's just hanging up, and if that bounced back, he was in serious trouble. But what a kick-off by Ross Byrne. Perfectly weighted, coming back on the side. He almost put a little curl on it, so when the player's coming onto it, there's no knock on. It's coming back automatically onto his own side.
Untidy ball for Newbridge at the line out, but they have the possession. Coughlin Smith back to Sutton, deep in his in-goal area, finds touch. But now that's worked out nicely. St. Michael's get the throw inside the 22.
And that's well worked, again well worked by Michaels. They know exactly what they're doing. Pin them down there, put pressure on the kick, and that's not far off where Michaels put that little grubber kick into play, into touch, and they'll be very happy with this attacking platform.
Richie Allen to throw to the St. Michael's line out. James Ryan with a take. Well, one Newbridge player was okay coming through. The next one came in from the side. I think it's the captain, Brian Hayden, is penalised, the last man to get to his feet.
Be interesting now. Ross Byrne knocked one over easy from here from the conversion, so good option again. Come away with points. Just keep building, because that's disheartening here. You see, these guys are okay. It's that man there coming in. Jonathan Phelan coming in there, and the referee had enough.
It just seems to be a sense of, oh, this kick hasn't gone over yet, but Michael scores are coming that little bit easier.
They are, and the difference in the defensive line coming up as well, but just less effort used up, expended to get these scores, and that leaves more in the tank for later on in the game.
Pretty similar angle to Ross Byrne's first effort. That one's across the face, just misses the left-hand post. Newbridge catch and touchdown.
Just coming off the inset that time compared to the last one. He kicked straight through it very well the last time, and that was almost like his kickoff coming back onto his own side almost.
Healy finds a little bit of grass with the 22-metre dropout. Kelleher gets the ball to Coughlin Smith. Byrne isolated. Newbridge players come up to put in the tackle. Byrne has the strength to protect the ball. James Ryan, strong running. Second row, but he got caught in possession, concedes the penalty. Chris Healy a step forward here. This will be just on the edge of his range. He's having a look, he's going to have the shot.
That's a good poach there by Newbridge. And Ross Byrne, if he got that ball away, Newbridge were in serious trouble down that far side. He just saw a man coming in, opted not to give the pass, but if he had got it away, there was a 3v2 certainly down that side.
No, that's your call.
Chris Healy successful with 1 from 1. This really is a long-range effort for schools rugby. Just maybe slightly nearer the halfway line than the 10-metre line. 2 steps up, he's given it a good thump. Is it going to carry all the way? Touch judges had a long look at it, just came down underneath the crossbar.
God, and he's such a little short run up to those, and he nearly got it. He was about 5 metres below the bar there.
St. Michael's go long with the 22-metre dropout. Healy is the one underneath it. Sees a little bit of space crossfield. Kelleher comes forward. He's in close to the touchline. He's inside his 22. And a little bit of time. Made the safe catch. Sutton was back there. Darcy giving chase here. So is Sutton. It's hanging up nicely. Good take. Darcy held on to make the tackle. The referee's whistle blows. Newbridge using their hands on the ground. They got the shout from the referee.
And you have to be so careful on those occasions. Don't keep giving the ball back so easy, especially to these guys.
That's a shame after the good chase and making the tackle. They turned the kick into a good one and then give up possession and territory. Throws to the back, just about taken.
Leave him.
O'Hare in off the wing again, posing a little threat in midfield. St. Michael's recycle and move the ball quickly, bundled away over the 10-metre line. Now come the other direction. Byrne looking for the runner. Gilson had to stretch for that. He got the ball away. Adam Levy stepped in nicely. This is Kelleher. Good feet from Kelleher. Gilson saw there might be a little bit of space down the narrow side. Still another 5 metres. Byrne, nice flat pass. Big tackle on the 22-metre line.
Side entry.
Great defence from Tom Brady. The support players come in from the side.
That's much better from Newbridge. That's matching up to this defence now and making up for that penalty. We'll see it here again. Good tackle. Straight back to his feet, keeping discipline. But that tackle by Brady set up Oisin McKnight to get straight into the ball because it was such a good one. Takes him off his feet, totally unbalanced, and therefore his ball placement is poor as a result. But good work previously by Jonathan Phelan and Conor Doyle working together, working on Kelleher coming up from the Michaels fullback.
Oh, St. Michael's steal the possession in the line out. Back there is Alex Penny. St. Michael's managed to drive over the ball. Byrne moves the ball wide. Gilson, and once again all the way out to Dan Green. Might have been better to stay a little bit wider to create some more space. St. Michael's have it. Byrne once again goes to that flat pass to his captain Maloney. That's back. St. Michael's have it again. Byrne has options to pull here. Adam Levy, brother of last year's St. Michael's captain. James Ryan tackled well, coming through, and again Newbridge alive to the ball when it's available and getting in to try and steal it, force the penalty.
Those Michaels guys not happy with that, but very, very good discipline in defence there by Newbridge. Again, it's that first tackle making all the difference for the second guy to come in and compete on that ball. Here we see it again. Look at that, double teamed, next man's in. Really good work, working together as pods. In defence, the easiest way to do is break it down into little pods of 3. So you're the guy in the middle, you work with the left and right of you. You keep communicating with, because you can't communicate 3 or 4 guys up the line. You only can talk to the guy on your left and right. And if everybody works together in those little pods, you have a really streamlined defence. And Newbridge executing that perfectly here.
Tom Brady receiving some attention. You're watching Leinster Schools Senior Cup Rugby in association with Hunky Dory's. For information and extras, you can log on to our website or on Facebook, and you can also tweet hashtag LSSC on Twitter.
Still waiting? Yeah.
Brady is... I thought he was okay to go on. They looked like they were ready to take the penalty. Down on one knee once again.
Yeah, blood's up, yeah.
He needs to go off and get patched up a little bit. They'll make a blood substitution.
Thanks. Okay, I'm going to wait for your subs. Come on, then I'll start the clock, right?
Oh, St. Michael's young support happy with what they're seeing so far. Their side lead by 7 points to 3.
Too much for you, okay. We'll keep an eye. If it's material, okay, then we'll deal. Okay.
Richard Drumgoole Maguire,
Okay.
the man coming in for Newbridge College. Sutton drilling the ball wide, just hasn't managed to find the touchline.
Okay, back feet, take a step. 3, thank you.
Byrne moving the ball on him midfield.
Not out.
Charlie Cregan attempted to get back to his feet but was tackled as he did so. Ross Maloney taking the contact. McCarthy had to drag a few legs out of the way. Byrne skips the kick through low, just bounced in play, beautifully judged.
Really nice, and putting the pressure straight back on Newbridge again, having to win this line-out and clear their lines all over again. Tom Brady gone off for a blood substitution. He's been putting his body on the line there for his team, putting in some big tackles.
Now, important throw for Conor Doyle. Back inside his own 22. Throws towards the back. St. Michael's get up and steal it. James Ryan almost sneaking through a little gap. McCarthy keeps it short. Alex Penny tackled. Sky blue shirts pile over the ball. Josh Murphy into a bit of space. Murphy driving, stopped 5 meters short. Ball move quickly here. St. Michael's lining up. They skip one on the line. Kelleher's got a lot of strength. Newbridge managed to hold the St. Michael's fullback, but the ball is there once again. Here comes St. Michael's.
12 roll, no hands back.
Referee roaring at Newbridge to keep their hands off the ball. Ross Byrne bounces off one tackle, turns, drops his head and drives straight into a wall of Newbridge defenders. St. Michael's keep it alive. James Ryan has another drive towards the line. They're just 3 meters short now. Popped up, can Coulson make it? Not on this occasion. Managed to get the pass away, a little bit of space. McCarthy dives over the tackle and touches down. Great work from the scrum half.
Really good work again, a nice offload again from that man Coulson. But really, Ross Byrne, if he had given that ball out wide on the first occasion, it had to be a try come from St. Michael's. Opted to go himself, probably in the corner of his eye, he saw some space open up. But look at this. Good carry, pack working well. Then we've the Coulson carry. Look at this though. Presence of mind to get off on offload. Defence at 6 and 7s. And just getting in with a nice little dive. And again, John, coming back to that, Michael scores coming that little bit easier with less effort expended. 27 minutes into the game. A lot of rugby to be played, and a lot of energy still in the tank for Michaels.
Ross Byrne will have the conversion attempt. His side 9 points in the lead. This to take it out 2-11.
Oh, sorry.
Well, the chasers almost got out to block it, but Ross Byrne chipped the ball over them and through the safety of the posts. Dennis Coulson is just receiving some attention. He's happy to try and run it off. Try by Nick McCarthy, converted by Byrne. St. Michael's 14, Newbridge 3. James Ryan again with the carry, gets outside the 22, the ball back to Byrne. Kicks long. Newbridge fullback Chris Healy, safe take, dances around the first tackle into a little bit of space here, needs support, it comes in the guise of his captain. Hayden took the tackle well, popped it up to Oisin Knight, slow coming out. Conklin Murray gets the ball away to Sutton, pulled all the way back. It's just a little bit flat and a little bit slow when Newbridge moved the ball wide, the player's not running onto the ball. Allowing St. Michael's to get up in their faces. Here comes the pass again. It was low and awkward. That's gone forward off a hand.
Again, it's that, John. It's that defence is so solid. And only time we've seen it there weak was with Jonathan Phelan's break from fullback. A little bit of footwork getting through the line, and that was a poor defensive line coming up on that occasion from St. Michael's. But in general, around the tight phases, they're putting so much pressure on Newbridge that they're tired and they're not getting into good positions to carry the ball. And you really have to work hard to get into good positions to run good lines in rugby. And that's just a little bit of tiredness creeping in for Newbridge.
You can't kick it back in, okay?
A reversal of the blood substitution. Tom Brady's back. Richard Drumgoole McGuire back with the replacements.
Ball's out the channel, it's a reset. Yeah, okay. Let's keep him down until it's in, yeah.
Second. Roll, hold me back, drop. Crouch. Touch. Set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Still in.
McCarthy gets it away to Byrne. Two options there went for Gilson, and Gilson sneaks through the gap, got the pass out to Kelleher. He had to wait for it slightly, but took the ball one-handed, tackled and dumped to the ground, rolls over the ball. McCarthy had to burn once again. Captain Maloney coming on that straight line. He's very, very effective in midfield. McCarthy burn once again, that time his passing option was off. There's an appeal for obstruction. Ball popped out basketball style on St. Michael's roll into the 22. They're 8 metres out from the try line. The poach attempt comes in. St. Michael's holding on.
But it's really great stuff, isn't it? The handling, the offloads, the getting into spaces, basketball passes. Look at this offload, beautiful. And it's just this work here. Coming in straight on the ball, good bravery there, putting his head where other people wouldn't put their boot, and saving his team a certain try.
Well, that's Chris Healy, I think, the fullback. And one knee. Medical staff and water carriers on for both teams.
I'm sure Jonathan Phelan will be happy. I called him the fullback a few minutes with that lovely break from fullback. It was Chris Healy, of course. But this is the important thing to remember in rugby as well, that you wear teams down, and there's an expression called the jam jar effect, that you're basically loosening that jam jar the whole time, and then the subs will come on and they'll just pop open the jam jar and they go, what was the big deal? It was so easy in the first place. And that's what Michaels are doing here. They're wearing it down, keep wearing down Newbridge, and then we'll see a flurry of tries come in the second half if they continue with this pressure.
I think we might be able to take a look at the first try here. That was a lovely step by Allen. He just waited for the ball and got round his man. And this was the magic piece out of the back of the hand for Coulson.
Let's not take away from Alex Penny as well, because his offload was the actual most difficult one, because it was in traffic, it was in between two players, managed to get it away after taking a little tackle to begin with, and then it was just Coulson's handoff and pass out the back door as well.
Oh, Chris Healy back to his feet. Mark Sutton finds the sideline on this occasion. Good clearance. There's a little bit of wind behind him, but he's taken it past the 10-metre line. He's in a fairly central position. It's a long way out to that touchline. And St. Michael's get a hand to it with the ball. That's the problem. How the challenge with the oval ball hit the deck and bounce back onto the Newbridge side, and they have the possession. They might consider themselves a little bit lucky. Now, can they make it count? Coming from deep, a little bit of space opens up. Now St. Michael's have to get the defensive line sorted out here. The pass goes out, taken by Brady. Can Brady make it? Steps away from the tackle. The ball just goes loose. Dan Green fell on the ball. The referee's decision is a St. Michael's knock on first. A great break in midfield.
Great break, and that's the weakness in the Michaels defence. When they're coming up and somebody breaks the line, we'll see it here. Just one of the players breaking the line, leaving the space inside. I think in this case it was Charlie Cregan coming up slightly hard, and that leaves a dog leg. And the dog leg basically is your line comes up very, very flat together, working on those threes like we talked about. If someone breaks that, it creates a gap. If somebody's running at an angle, they can run into that gap, and it breaks up your entire defensive line. And Newbridge, unfortunate not to capitalise.
Ball moved off the base of the scrum. Sutton had to stretch for that one. It wasn't there. This is Darcy, who's scoring all the tries for Newbridge. The ball moved all the way wide now. Delahunt almost tackled into touch. The ball bobbles its way to touch now, but there was a penalty back in the scrum. I heard the referee say 7 St. Michael's. That's Alex Penny. He indicated binding. Oh, Penny broke too early.
Just laughing, the referee backpedaled the entire way across the pitch there. And again, the Newbridge crowd urging them to stop somewhere around the centre. But looks like they're going to nudge it into touch and have another go. This would be great for the game now if they score.
Well, the clock ticking towards that 35-minute mark. It's up to referee Nigel Curran, whatever he adds on for stoppages. We had a couple of stoppages in that first half. It could be maybe 3 minutes more to play. Newbridge need clean possession here, give them a chance to get that maul moving. There's the possession. Can they drive over the line? Referee shouting at St. Michael's to keep it up. St. Michael's holding it at them at first. Here comes the drive. There's a lot of St. Michael's players out of position. Surge for the line, just held up short. Coughlin Murray having a look at his options. He's going to go to the narrow side. I don't know if it's the best option. Michael's have plenty of defenders there. Newbridge keep it tight again. Another drive held by St. Michael's. Popped up once again. This time Phelan attempts to go over. Back to the narrow side to support this time. They've crossed the line. Is a touchdown. Correll's having a long look at this one. The ball is short. Now it's over. Surely try for Newbridge. Just coming up to half-time. Brilliant time to score. And the game needed it.
Absolutely, and that's made this into an even more intriguing encounter right on the blow of half-time, which is the perfect time to score. Look at this hard work. And patience as well. Patience is a key part here. And Phelan using all his strength there to get over the line right in front of the referee, which was vital as well.
Well, not the easiest of conversion attempts for Chris Healy. He won't mind too much. This will be a huge boost to his side if he gets it. Almost a shot to nothing with that 5 points coming as the clock is in the red zone at the end of the first half. We sent it on its way. It's got a good line. Has it got the distance? An absolute beauty. Well, we're impressed with Ross Burns' conversion from 5 meters in. That's even better from Chris Healy. And the margin is down to 4 points. The referee says there's a little bit more time, about 30 seconds, I think I heard him say, Aidan. But, well, the coaches will be keen to get the two sides together. I think both sets of coaches will be happy if the whistle had blown at that moment. But there's time for more. Well, the ball knocked forward at the restart. St. Michael's leading 14 points to 10. And St. Michael's looking for something before the break. Cian Kelleher. Has good acceleration. Couldn't find a way through on that occasion. Chris Cregan unable to spin out of the tackle. The ball has been stolen. Oisin McKnight stealing up the side of the ruck. Healy, the fullback, gets it over. Kelleher is opposite number. Mikey O'Hara was back to help out. He's in centre field here looking for some option. He's kicked long and straight. That's going to bounce in play. Always a dangerous thing to let it hit the ground. But it worked out okay. Sutton kicks back as well. High risk stuff here from the two sides. But the referee can't blow the whistle till there's an infringement or the ball goes out of play. That was knocked but backwards from the catch. And now Healy just couldn't get past the strong arm of Levy. Oh, the kick is blocked down here. St. Michael's have it. Just went a tiny bit forward. And now the referee's half-time whistle blows. We can catch our breaths, Aidan.
Yeah, and crazy stuff there. Really, you want that ball to go out because you want to go in having just scored. That was the essential part from Newbridge, and they'll be very happy going into half-time now.
Excellent first half. 2 tries for St. Michael's, 1 for Newbridge. Half-time score, St. Michael's 14, Newbridge 10.
Hunky Dories, proud supporters of Irish rugby.
The UEFA Champions League knockout stages this week. Tonight, Borussia Dortmund clash with Shakhtar Donetsk.
That is sensational.
Then tomorrow, Paris Saint-Germain host Valencia. The UEFA Champions League tonight and tomorrow, live on Setanta Ireland.
Who the hell are you?
Parker. When I say I'll do something, I always follow through. Always.
With 2 of every 3 break-ins in Ireland occurring through a front or back door, are we missing something? The Zentry security door for homes and apartments is the answer. Certified to meet the new Irish and European burglar-resistant security standards, our proven Zentry steel-reinforced door, while looking identical to the typical Irish door, keeps burglars out. See our websites, securitycertifieddoors.ie and burglarybusters.ie. Or for your pre-burglary fix, call 46 0016.
OB Sport, Ireland's #1 supplier of specialised sports clothing. At OB Sport, we use our customers' vision and match it with our own passion so we maximise our performance. OB Sport kits the top schools and clubs all around Ireland. Develop your brand with image customisation. OB Sport. Welcome to UN Sports Nutrition, Ireland's leading supplier of bodybuilding supplements. We supply top brand bodybuilding supplements, sports nutrition and weight loss supplements at discounted prices with next day delivery anywhere in Ireland. We have a team of friendly and knowledgeable staff that can answer any questions that you might have about everything from dietary supplements to proteins and multivitamins. Check out our website at unsportsnutrition.ie or drop into one of our stores at Dundrum, Dunleary or Newry, County Down.
Baru Stoves, bringing industry back to Ireland where it belongs. All Baru stoves are 100% made in Ireland. Efficiencies of up to 83% which are independently verified. Styles to suit every taste from traditional to the ultra-contemporary. All stoves have air wash technology as standard to keep the glass clean. See our catalogue online at barustoves.ie or call to find your local stockist. Fire your desire with the Baru Stove.
Is your garden in total For no more muck, for no more mowing, and for no more maintenance, you need to contact us at sanctuarysynthetics.ie.
For the next step on your education journey, Stillorgan College of Further Education offers courses in digital film, web design, event management, gaming, journalism, art, photography, multimedia, tourism, and many other courses designed to give you the essential skills for today's jobs. Our FETEC certified courses also offer a route to many degree courses in universities and institutes of technology through FETEC's Link Scheme. Whether you're looking to upskill, retrain, or progress to further studies, Stillorgan College is your one-stop shop. Enroll now at stillorgancollege.ie. Captain America's Cookhouse and Bar, Dublin and Cork. The perfect choice for tasty grub, cool pints, and all your favourite sports on the big screen. Choose from our extensive menu of classic cookhouse dishes, including sizzling steaks and mouth-watering burgers. All prepared with pride using 100% Irish beef. Grab a pint and a proper feed. Kick back and enjoy all your favourite sports action at Captain America's, Grafton Street at Blanchardstown in Dublin and South Main Street, Cork. Honky Dories, proud supporters of Irish rugby.
Okay, when you're ready.
You're very welcome back. Second half action just underway. Ross Byrne kicks off.
Backwards.
Newbridge don't deal with the restart. St. Michael's have the ball. Half-time score, St. Michael's leading 14 points to 10. Great tackle by Oisin McKnight. St. Michael's players coming in, just going off their feet, give away the penalty. It's a shame after the hard work of winning the possession from the restart.
That's it. Look at this tenacity from Oisin McKnight, straight in there. And it's a pity because, again, think back to that expending energy. It's a kick-off, you have it under control, you drop it, and then a player like Oisin McKnight has to go to those lengths to get the ball back again, and it's all using up energy you don't need to if you're disciplined and professional enough in your approach to stuff like kick-offs, line-outs, etc. You need to get them right in the first occasion.
Options, lads, not
Newbridge win the ball with a throw not straight.
Captain. Scrum. Scrum call.
St. Michael's elect to have the scrum.
And some good work from Michaels there as well. They're tightening that line, which makes it very, very narrow for the hooker to look down, and also exposes a throw if it's any way off centre.
Touch. Set.
McCarthy puts in control of the base by Murphy. McCarthy gets it out to Byrne. Byrne running up to the line. Adam Levy coming in from second centre to act as the second receiver. Now it goes to Maloney, the captain. Tackled well and tackled low by Matthew O'Connor. And the ball bobbling around but going backwards all the time. Levy spins away from the tackle. Kelleher tries the same. Nice wrap around here. A little bit of space opening up for Dan Green. Green held outside the 22-metre line. Quickly recycled by St. Michael's. Josh Murphy driving into that 22-metre line. The referee shouting. McCarthy gets the ball away. There's men over here. Cregan pops it up. Who's there? Byrne. Can he touch down? Referee has a look to see, is it grounded? He's indicating it's held up. Byrne was through, but two men on him. Hard to get it down.
What a pity. And you know, the key man in all this was Charlie Cregan. He was the initial carrier over on this. He was the link man over on this earlier side. And just great work there in by captain Brian Hayden. Fantastic work. But over here on this side, it was Cregan who was the man who linked up with the backs, joined them together, and then he worked all the way off the ball. I was watching him off camera, worked all the way back, popped up outside Ross Byrne over the far side, again as the link man.
Well, still the chance. St. Michael's have a little look down the narrow side. Well defended. Josh Murphy forced backwards. St. Michael's come again. Another drive. Still held up on that 5-metre line. A little bit of room maybe for Richie Allen running crossfield. Newbridge attempt to poach the ball, then the no hand shout comes. Byrne this time shown. This time there's no mistake from Ross Byrne. Brilliant touchdown. Lovely dummy. Created the space for himself and backed himself to get through the gap. Looks like he's just had a light snack. Hasn't knocked a feather out of him. Beautiful play.
Yeah, and again, that comes from, watch this again, Allen. He was a live wire in the last round again today. Lucky to get that ball away. And then Byrne. And you know, all the work done here by the players around him. They're actually, what they're doing is they worked so hard to get around to the left of Ross Byrne off camera. That draws the line and spreads it apart and creates the space for Byrne to get in. And this should be easy for him to convert his own try.
Oh, waiting for the conversion. Newbridge make a change. Robbie Mullen coming in for Jack Coughlin-Murray at scrum half. Ross Byrne. Conversion attempt. Just had to hurry a little bit, but he makes no mistake.
Very lackadaisical about it. It's good to exude that kind of confidence. I do this stuff in my sleep.
Well, great start to the second half for St. Michael's. Good response to the try. Newbridge scored just before the break, and they've taken the margin out to 11 points. St. Michael's 21, Newbridge 10.
Advantage, offside.
Newbridge now with an opportunity here. St. Michael's
Still advantage.
coughing up possession at the restart. McKnight.
Off now. Mark's over here. Offside number 8. Knocked on the man in front.
Going back, the ball was knocked on and then into the body of a St. Michael's player who's in an offside position. So penalty rather than a scrum.
Yeah, interesting one this. I was wondering what they'd go for. They've been successful enough.
They haven't found touch. St. Michael's just keeping the ball in play. Well, maybe a poor decision and then compounded by an error. That'll just give St. Michael's a little bit more confidence, and they get the ball outside the 22 and into touch.
Again, you just have to be clinical when you have opportunities like that. And probably the kick on this occasion, 21-10 versus 21-13, doesn't seem that unachievable. Only 8 points versus 11, and certainly there with the kicking that Phelan has put it, or Healy has put in today, you would have used them there and knocked that one over and feel that you're building yourself back into the game again.
Fine.
Untidy possession for Newbridge at the line out. McKnight came around quickly just to secure the ball. Now a little bit of space, the try scorer Phelan. Good legworth, good strength to hold on to the ball. That was a little bit awkward for Sutton. He did well. Darcy almost stepped back inside the tackle. Good hands to keep the ball alive here. Kick through. Keane Kelleher is across. It's bouncing back. Oh, that could have been a little bit dangerous, but it's found its way to touch.
And that's the thing about this Donnybrook pitch. It's quite hard and the ball bobbles around, and the players using that quite well today, putting those little grubber kicks in, those end-over-end kicks, and they can play havoc with a full-back.
And certainly when you see the ball bounce back away from the full-back, anything can happen. Noel Delahunt was following up. He just couldn't get his boot to the ball. Richie Allen throws, taken at the front by James Ryan.
Keep it up.
McCarthy sends up a steepling box kick. Oh, beautifully taken. Delahunt, nice little step as well to get away from the chasing James Ryan.
Down, please. Flag. Ball down. Break your pack away. Bring your pack away.
Touch judges the flag out here. Was the runner ahead of the kick?
Separate. One touch judge.
Maybe somebody was tripped. Let's try and listen here what they say.
Sorry, hold on. Back away, please. Just come into me. Come on to you. I haven't got anything.
Last ball there.
Yeah.
Number 5, Blue, was standing up. There was a little bit of a tussle between two players after the ball went.
Yeah.
Number 5 gave a reef on the neck of the player standing up in the ball. Back here.
Okay, so dangerous play against 5 Blue.
5 Blue.
Is there anything ahead of a warning?
No.
Okay, will you give me a mark? I'll have a word with number 5. Yep. 5 Blue.
James Ryan, I thought in the ruck he was a bit reckless with his arms, but wild with his arms.
He was going in on Newbridge's Tom Brady at number 8 and just scragging him around the neck, and he's going to bring it back for a penalty. He's right, because he was right up around his neck, very, very high. And yes, Tom Brady had been warned by the referee to get away from the ball, but you don't have the right to go around a player's neck like that. So again, knock this one over.
Take the 3 points, yeah.
Have they not watched Ireland against Scotland, John?
Thank you.
Oh, Sutton finds the touch. 10 metres maybe out from the corner.
Discipline, okay.
Well, if they get over for 5 and maybe convert the 2 decisions not to take the 3 points, maybe vindicated.
Hold! That's fine. Sack is fine. Maul now.
Here comes the maul from Newbridge. Advancing up to the 5-metre line now. On they go. The ball carrier gone to ground. Yeah, it's there. Mullen gets it away to Sutton.
2 release.
The ball goes loose. It's on the Newbridge side. They've men lined up here. Can they move it out? Surely there's a try here. Little dip at the shoulder. The defence wins the battle of strength, though. Matthew O'Connor bundled into touch just short of the corner. Ball had to go sooner.
Yeah, had to go straight away, and what often happens like that is players are waiting for the ball. You got to run a hard line. We'll see it here again. Goes through. You got to run a hard line, because if you're running that outward line, it's very, very easy to be just even pushed into defence, because you're running towards the line anyway. And I was just preparing my humble pie in case they scored, but I can put it away for later.
Richie Allen 5 metres from his own try line. The two lines are shoulder to shoulder. The gap completely gone as St. Michael's get the ball. And Newbridge penalised for pulling down the ball.
I can definitely put the humble pie back in the fridge now. They'll clear their lines now. Gets into Newbridge's head. Although that's not a huge clearance by Ross Byrne. But of course it's their line out again, so they just build position up this pitch, keep getting back in there, and then look for the points.
Well, St. Michael's leading by 11 points. Ross Gray led by 11 points on Sunday. Proved not to be enough. Is there a way back in this game for Newbridge?
Don't sack it down.
What a cracker that game was. Absolutely fantastic. Great heart showing from Blackrock, but Ross Gray were fantastic throughout the whole campaign. And we've another good game on our hands today. Michaels seem to always hold a little bit in reserve, and I thought that last season as well. And I actually didn't think they'd win it last season, because they didn't really have to expend themselves until the final, and then they just pulled it out of the bag.
Maloney rising in the centre of that line out. Good take.
That's 1-9.
McCarthy with the box kick. Now Delahunt underneath it, watched it all the way, just about kept his feet away from the touchline. Healy at fullback. Dan Green was up to make the tackle. Heffernan, or Hugh O'Donnell, rather, a little pick and drive. Has the ball been turned over here? Slow coming back. Mullen has it now. Oh, backwards. Just a bit of miscommunication. A boot throw to the ball, bobbling around either way.
So that seems off blue. It's a black scrum.
2 knock-ons. First one by St. Michael's. Newbridge got the put in. That's a little let off.
Again, the onus is on the ball carrier to make himself very clear and very visible who he's going to be. And this is just his total miscommunication between Nugent and Phelan in that occasion. You've got to make it very clear you want the ball, and you do that with your body language, you do that with your line of running, you run onto that ball at pace, and that's how you get in through breaking lines, breaking
Turnover
defense.
ball in the scrum, the pass just doesn't find Nike O'Hare out wide.
The scrum or line out? Oh no, sorry, no. Line out, yeah. Didn't go forward. Sorry.
Oh, Nigel Carroll offering Newbridge the scrum or line out and then realising it's only a line out. Good wide channel this time. Now all the movement closes that gap.
Advantage blue.
Throw, not straight at all.
Options. Scrum called. Yeah.
Well, the tiredness, maybe a couple of errors creeping into the game.
Yeah, and that's it. Because they have to work so hard for their scores, you get tired, and little other parts of your game starts to tire, like your concentration creeps into scrum, line out, even set moves, and you'll rue opportunities missed like that, because every moment counts, every play counts.
It's fine.
Oh, Maloney had to wait and reach low for that one. Levy's pulled a little bit wide. Dan Green is outside. Levy spins away from one tackle. Jack O'Neill maybe held on low to Levy.
Back feet.
Now St. Michael's look back to the narrow side once again. The ball popped up nicely.
Oh,
I thought he'd let that one go. Surely a knock on by Adam Levy. The referee just waited to see might there be a Newbridge advantage before blowing the whistle.
Just see Robbie Mullen there taking a little knock. He'll have to get a stitch. He's okay, just took a little bit of a bang above the brow.
Jack Coughlin-Murray back into the action. Players already substituted are allowed back for injury and blood substitutions. Number 18 coming on for Newbridge is Tom Tracy.
Game's just gone to a little bit of a lull at the moment, and really Newbridge need to start picking it up now. You need to start building. You've 2 scores to go. You need somebody to take the game by the scruff of the neck, and what that means is actually somebody starting running hard lines for Newbridge, starting creating platforms for that, because they have really good attacking back 3, and they need to create space for them.
Have you sold them? Yeah.
He's had a good game, Tom Brady. Very disappointed to leave the fray, but he can be proud of his performance today.
Crouch. Touch. Set.
Coughlin-Murray puts the ball in. Front rows have gone up, still scrum, still a Newbridge put in. The Newbridge supporters doing their best to make a bit of noise. They've gone a little bit quiet. They need to lift their side here. 20 minutes to go in this Leinster Schools Cup semi-final. The ball squirts out the side.
Reset.
The referee coming across to have a look at what's happening on this side of the scrummage.
Touch. Set.
St. Michael's engage early, free kick for Newbridge. Coughlin Murray taps it. Just sense Newbridge needs something special to happen here, just to lift the team, lift the game, get them back within shouting distance. Sutton running cross field, now he feeds the ball. St. Michael's defence standing firm again. Newbridge with possession. Ball carrier a little bit isolated. Support came just in time. Coughlin Murray gets the ball away again. Hugh O'Donnell took 3 men to bring him down. Machine McKnight has been a willing ball carrier. The ball came out. Coughlin Murray getting scragged. The ball has gone backwards. Conor Doyle falls on it. And St. Michael's come driving through. And they don't get the decision, didn't stay on their feet. Penalty, Newbridge.
And just look at the difference in body language. The Michael guys, very little phased. Still lots to go in the tank. And you even saw off that quick penalty, they're not getting into position because they're tired. That's why they're not in position to carry the ball. And running then the blind side off a quick free kick, unless there's a clear advantage or there's players asleep, that's one of the worst things you can do, because then the opposition can use the touchline as the setting stone for the pillar for their defence, and then they line up all the way across the pitch and just absolutely shut you down. Again, tiredness coming off your feet at ruck time. All these things play a massive effect on the outcome of a game.
Chris Healy has found touch, 10-metre line in the St. Michael's half. Newbridge shorten the line to 5. Throw just over the jumper. St. Michael's still possession. Richie Allen. He's always keen to run when he gets ball in hand. Stopped on the 10-metre line. The ball is out quickly. Burns sees a little bit of space. Tries the grubber kick through. Healy got across, a little slip. Held onto the ball.
Take the release! Stay on.
Driving his legs as he took the contact. Allowed him to secure possession. Oh, squirts back on the Newbridge side. Coughlin Murray has to run back, throws his body on the ball, trying to get back to his feet. That play coming back for the knock-on.
And a few Newbridge players coming on now. Jack Brodie coming into the fray. And alongside him, his teammate Andrew Shanahan. And that's a good decision. You've got to get fresh legs. There's tired people out there. Get some fresh legs on. Also reward these guys for being part of the squad throughout this season, perhaps even last, doing off-season training. They got to be rewarded for all that.
Conor Doyle and Jack O'Neill the ones to make way. Jack
touch, set.
Brody straight into the front row for this scrum. He'll know about the heat of the battle straight away.
You need to let him put the ball in from the start. Okay, then I'll worry about it being straight.
Let's go, boys, wake up, wake up. Come on, boys, come on.
Fair, all right.
Second in. Let's go, boys. Roll.
Crouch. Touch. Set. Ball in.
Oh, back to the feet. And Josh Murphy at the back and away quickly. Byrne pulls it behind.
Leave him, bring it
in
down.
off the wing. Good soft hands from Gilson to keep it alive. Keane Kelleher gets the pass. Just doesn't find the hands of Dan Green. It might have been a little race for the corner had he held on to it.
Yeah, he pushed him just a little bit too hard there, Kelleher. He had a lot to work with that pass, did Dan Green. And perhaps the switch might have been the one, or else a little bit of a pop pass for Green to change his angle. So what you do is you leave the ball up off your shoulder for him, so he can attack and decide where he's going to run. Here we see it again, nice hands, and it's just this little bit too hard. Because Green's running that outside line, makes it very hard to take the ball in that case, but perhaps could have done a little bit better with it too. But Michael's certainly just imposing their dominance on this game.
Robbie Mullen back into the action, head strapped at scrum half for Newbridge. Better scrum that time from Newbridge. Sutton Shanahan, the new man in. Newbridge go through the hands. Darcy's been the big finisher for Newbridge this year. Nothing Darcy could do from that sort of range on that occasion. The St. Michael's defence has been so good. And up in a good loop that time. No option to continue the ball through the hands. There might be this time. Sutton decides to kick. He's found some good space here. Needs to be a good chase. Kelleher is back. Gets round the ball. And Kelleher looked like he'd plenty of time. He got the kick away. And he's taken the ball to the safety, a touch halfway between the 22 and the 10-metre line.
It was a good kick by Sutton, but again, probably hands could have been the better option here. He had men outside him, 4 men against the Michaels, 2, because Coulson had come into that line late. Ross Byrne had called him in, but he was late into the line, which means you're not as well set as you could be, which obviously means there's gaps in that line somewhere.
Braiody to throw. Fingertips to it, but it comes down to the substitute hooker. Mullen away to Sutton. Back to Sutton once again. Levy's right up. Makes the important tackle on Niall Delahunt. Mullen gets the ball moving once again. McKnight into contact, straight into the arms of Josh Murphy. And the St. Michael's poachers in too quickly. They win the penalty.
When you're tired and worn down like this, it's equivalent of a punch-drunk boxer. Your core starts to go, your movements, you start losing that little bit of expertise in your movements, like your rucking, etc., coming off your feet like this. And even your ball carriers aren't as effective because they're just simply tired. And that leaves, and that's where there's a difference right now in these two teams. Michaels have a lot more energy in their tank, and it's not a fitness thing, it's just that they exerted their dominance in this game very early, and Newbridge had to work so much harder for all their scores.
Here comes St. Michael's. And Mikey O'Hare held up just outside the 22. The ball squirts out to Richie Allen, using good upper body strength to protect the ball. Once again, Murphy. Can St. Michael's move the ball quickly? Harry Redmond at the heart of that ball carrying, but kept just outside the 22. Coulson acting as the scrum half, got the ball away to Byrne. Gilson and tries a little chip through. Healy read it well. Kicks back. Gilson another presence of mind to go across. Was that knocked forward? Yeah. Referee's arm is out now. The whistle goes.
And just Gilson didn't spot Chris Healy. Had it covered. Was the right option or the crossfield kick? But if you're going to do a crossfield kick, you need to bring it to the line, and the fullback needs to be totally taken out of the game, which he wasn't on this occasion for Newbridge. And ultimately, Gilson paying the price with the knock on. But they had so much space out there, even to put it through the hands from Ross Byrne. There was space out there, and again, the Newbridge defenders that little bit more tired.
The referee stops the clock. Ed Wynn is into the action for Newbridge in place of Hugh O'Donnell in the front row. There's Hugh O'Donnell heading to the side. Limping maybe a little bit. He's given his all for Newbridge today. That's Oisin McKnight receiving some attention. Newbridge coach Aaron Dundon looking on. Very difficult for the coaching staff to get messages out there to the players at times like this, but St. Michael's seem to have all the angles covered in this one, Aidan.
Yeah, and effectively what your water carriers are messengers going onto the pitch, and that's what you see a lot of times in professional teams, that they're sending on. Now we see Brian O'Mara, ex-Leinster in Ireland scrum half. He's backs coach, of course, for St. Michael's.
You're watching Leinster Schools Senior Cup Rugby in association with Hunky Dory's. For information and extras, you can log on to our website. You can find us on Facebook and also tweet #LSSC on Twitter.
Just saying, John, you use your water boy at the professional level. That's where you see sometimes an injured player going on, and he's effectively a messenger, bringing on stuff from the coach, wired up, of course, with headphones, etc., taking on the messages, strategic plays, etc., telling where the opposition are weak, where, because you can see a totally different view, of course, up from the crow's nest of where a lot of team managers watch games.
Stay in 7.
Pick off the base of the scrum. Mullen gets it to Sutton. Darcy's in off the wing, tackled by Ross Byrne. Mullen gets it out to Sutton once again. Josh Murphy had tracked across well. This is Edwin, big substitute prop forward, no way through for him. Not releasing in the tackle, penalty St. Michael's.
Edwin just needing to stay up and pump his legs there. You got it. That buys valuable seconds for your guys, for your teammates to get to you, especially when they're tired out at the stages of the game. You got to stay up and wrestle with that ball, wrestle with yourself and your teammates talking. You hear we'll see again Win. Just a good tackle puts them straight to deck, and when you fall over, it's almost like a tree falling over. When you fall over like that, you're very vulnerable to the poach, which he was on this occasion. Michael's players just swarming in around the ball.
Wait, sorry. Are we good? Okay. There.
Ross Byrne finds touch from the penalty just outside the 22. And St. Michael's are on the front foot here. They lead by 11 points. We're into the final 10 minutes of the game. Newbridge get up and steal the ball. Mullen, very little space there. The kick didn't come off a fingertip. Was there a little bit of blocking? There's a roar from the Newbridge crowd. Dan Green did really well. St. Michael's have possession through the hands of James Ryan. Ball went backwards though. Michael's allowed to continue. McCarthy to Byrne once again. Byrne decides territory this time. Saw Healy had too far to run to get to that one. Pins Newbridge back inside the 22.
And pinning him in the corner there, and Ross Byrne may be hoping that ball might hold up for the onrushing winger. But good kick, no matter what the outcome was there.
You have one of you back 10. Can't have two here. No, back.
Newbridge line out inside their own 22. St. Michael's competing at the front, went forward over St. Michael's hand. Scrum for Newbridge. St. Michael's won't mind at all, eats up time on that clock.
And of course the energy they're saving now they can bring on to the final when it comes, presuming they make there, but it's certainly looking that way right now.
Are you surprised they haven't used the bench?
Yeah, I think it's always worth using your bench, you know, especially if you think you have a game wrapped up, because you never know when you need, and these guys need to play in live action around the other teammates and form a bond and a partnership with the teammates around them.
Charlie Cregan, I think it was, coming in from the side, gives away the penalty. Chris Healy, as he found touch, now the ball bouncing back into play. St. Michael's looking to counter-attack from deep. Strong running into a bit of space. Tackle comes in. There you see the St. Michael's energy over the ball really quickly. Byrne through to Richie Allen. Thought about popping up the pass. Just made sure of possession first. Ross Maloney now. He's been marshalled well today. Ross Maloney with the captain has led from the front. Ross Byrne tries the chip again. Chris Healy read that danger very well indeed. It was a tricky ball, bounced awkwardly. Mullen with the box kick away to touch. Well, St. Michael's getting ready. Some changes. 17 is Nick Quain coming into the action. We're also bringing on Gavin Duffy, 23. Harry Redmond is the one who's sent back to the side.
Hold. Hold. Switch is done. Okay. Hold.
St. Michael's. Cregan on the burst. Well tackled, but presented the ball nicely. James Ryan. Newbridge sticking to the task, putting in the tackles. Josh Murphy coming in to support, came in from the side, concedes the penalty.
And that's Oisin McKnight again doing the hard work there, because he was scragging for that ball so much. Murphy came in and into an offside position as Charlie Cregan, or Matthew O'Connor I should say, has left the fray for Newbridge, having had a good game and good industrious game for the number 6.
Patrick Kine is brought into the action for Newbridge as well. Good work in the line out. I thought there might have been a hint of being taken out there, but Tom Tracy recovered well. Newbridge have possession. Howlett, good handoff from the centre. On he goes, has support now, driving forward. This is better from Newbridge. A score at this stage would just give them a glimmer of hope. Ball is there for Mullen. Is he better to come the other direction? That's the way he's gone. Sutton, there's 2 men wide. Sutton has a little go himself. Tackle is high, there's a penalty coming. Now, will they rue the opportunities they turn down to go for the posts? Still playing an advantage. Mullen says he'll take the penalty. Now he taps. 4 against 3 here, but the blue shirts get across. The ball just not moved quickly enough. Newbridge driving towards the line, but St. Michael's desperately trying to pull the ball carrier towards the touchline. Here it comes now. Gould McQuarrie dropped the shoulder, but he was held up short. Good tackling by Quain. There's Nick Quain putting his head in again. Pick and drive from Newbridge. That's the extra energy St. Michael's seem to have right at the end of this game. Newbridge driven backwards, ball popped out. Sutton, dancing feet from Sutton. Has he reached the line? Just short. Referee has a good look at it. Newbridge need to get there and clear the ball out. Can they get it down? Surely grounded this time. The referee, there's just too many bodies there to see. The ball short of the line. Another drive. That's Ed Wynn. And the big man unable to ground the ball. Oisin McKnight hesitated for a moment and was driven backwards. Clock ticking on towards the 70 minutes. The whistle has gone. It's a penalty Newbridge. The referee reaches for his pocket. Yellow card. And I think St. Michael's maybe will take that back with a live action. Ed Wynn again driving towards the line. Has he touched down this time? Yes, he has. Well, the substitute prop gets over this time. He was just held up a moment ago. Are we in for a grandstand finish? 6 points the margin. Conversion to come. I think Healy's already been substituted. Who's going to take the kick?
And Wynn getting over eventually and just bringing it back before the yellow card came out as well. A lot of players don't know that if you touch the ball off the base of the posts, that's a try, and especially around ruck areas like that, that's the ideal time to do it, and Newbridge could have done it on an earlier occasion. Delighted they've scored and they've left us in for this Grand Slam finale, and you just wondered if they took that penalties opportunities earlier on, how this game might have panned out.
This really is a big kick for Robbie Mullen. The margin is 6. This is to get it down to 4 points, and then a try would be enough. Mullen sends it on its way and through the uprights. The clock has ticked to almost 71 minutes, but it hasn't been stopping for injuries. There'll be 4 or 5 minutes to play, I think. And Newbridge, well, they snatched a late win against CBC Monkstown. Can they do it again against St. Michael's, the holders? Well, we saw Blackrock getting up right at the line against Ross Gray on Sunday. I don't know if my nerves could stand it again, Aidan. Byrne goes deep into the 22. Robbie Mullen with the catch, drills the kick back. Has he got it over the head? Nicely kicked downfield. That's into a bit of a breeze. Dan Green had to retreat. Byrne thought about the kick. And Newbridge have followed up well. Good strength from St. Michael's, driving with the tackle to get out to the 10-metre line. Byrne, oh, the space here if they can go through the hands. Coulson, plenty of space for a prop forward, goes to Richie Allen. Just released the ball before he was tackled. Now Delahunt was there to scoop it up from Newbridge. Newbridge have possession, but they're back on their own 22-metre line. It's time for cool heads. They need to get the oxygen in and just be patient, get downfield. They have to score a try. He'll try the kick downfield. Ross Byrne, will he go long range drop goal attempt? No, passes infield. Gavin Duffy caught in possession on halfway. Back to Byrne, this time he kicks, he sees a lot of space. Mullen has to trot across. That ball's going to bounce away to the touchline. Excellent kick from Ross Byrne under pressure, exactly the right thing to do. And that has brought the final whistle from the referee, Nigel Corral. I thought there might have been a little bit more, Aidan.
Yeah, look, it felt like there should have been a little bit more, but a lot of the substitutions took place pretty quickly. But boy, have we been spoiled with this campaign. Left on grandstand finales every single game, and another good one today, and set up for the battle of the neighbours with Michaels and Blackrock only up the road. It's a rugby version of keeping up with the Joneses.
Thanks, Aidan. That's it from Donnybrook for today. The final score, it's St. Michael's 21, Newbridge College 17. Don't forget, you can see extra interviews and highlights from today's game on our website. We'll be back with you for the final between Blackrock and St. Michael's. That's at the RDS on March 18th. Until then, from myself and Aidan, thanks for watching and goodbye.
Honky Dories, proud supporters of Irish rugby.